Awoni, Kidu, yo, welcome back in today. I just tried to greet you in two different languages from two different groups of people in Nigeria, one the Yoruba tribe, also the Igbo tribe. Today, we're going to talk about the Nigerian company, the Dangote Refinery Oil Company, or Dangote Refinery Company, and what they're doing in Nigeria right now. So, as of the last couple of years, the Dangote refinery has been being built, right? It's almost close to being done. Originally, it was supposed to be done in 2022 to 2023. So they projected it to be from 2022. I think maybe even at one point it was originally like 2018. Either they projected it to be done in 2018 or they started in 2018. But it's been going on for some time now to actually build it, and it's supposed to be done between 2022, which obviously is over, and 2023, right? So within 2023, probably before summertime or around there, it's a refinery. It takes time. Things happen. It's logistics and moving a whole bunch of parts around and getting things from different buyers. But they're going to be the biggest oil refinery in Africa, right? The number one oil, as far as like how much oil a country has, is Libya in North Africa, if I'm correct. And then the number two is Nigeria. So what does this refinery mean? This refinery is going to try to output 100% of production to Nigeria. So all of Nigeria's need for oil or gasoline or jet fuel, right? Anything like that, that's going to come from this factory, the whole country. Now, unfortunately, right now, what's happening, like I've said this before, is that it's not that Africa doesn't have the resources, it's the management of the resources, but it's also building the infrastructure to actually refine these resources. Yes, you can have resources, but if you can't refine them into a product and produce them into a product that you're going to sell to the world, then most of the time, most people are not going to buy it because they just don't know what to do with just regular metals and regular oil. Like, they don't know how to refine it. They can't refine it. They're just common citizens. So therefore, they're looking for a company or corporation to refine these products so they can turn them into, tires, or they can turn them into a house, or they can turn them into whatever it is that you want it to be turned into, right? That you use on a daily basis. So unfortunately, Nigeria, right, has basically had the oil, but then they sent it other places to get it refined, and then they sent it back to Nigeria, which is what? Logistics, shipping costs, all these type of things, right? Maybe even like taxes and tariffs between different countries. And so when they sent it back to Nigeria, it cost Nigeria so much more money for a product that they already had, but they couldn't refine it. But with this refinery, that will get rid of that. And with this refinery, they will be able to meet Nigeria's demand for any type of thing that has to do with oil or has to do with refining oil, right? Because obviously refining it and then obviously having a final product, right? Two different departments, same factory, right? So you can have like the materials, you can have the actual raw crude oil. Then you have to have another department where you refine it. And then you have another department after you refine it where you package it up and put it in barrels or put it in whatever you're going to use it for, and then ship it out to wherever it's going to be in Nigeria or around the world. And also in this factory, they're going to be using hydro technology as well, right? So this factory is going to be, it's going to be located close to Lagos. Lagos is the biggest city, if I'm correct, in Nigeria. Not if I'm correct, it is the biggest city in Nigeria, and it is like the major city, 20 something plus million people in Lagos. So it's going to be close to Lagos, which is the biggest city, right? But it's also going to be near the Atlantic Ocean, so it's going to be close to the ocean. So what is that going to do? That's going to make sure that when it's time to export and import certain things, right? Like as far as bringing the crude oil in, it's going to be close. And then also when you export it, it will be right near the ocean. So it will be a lot easier to export as well. With so much of refined oil, right, being produced, then after that, there's going to be enough to export to the rest of the world. So originally this plant there was an investment of almost $20 billion to create it. If I'm correct, it was like a little bit over $19 billion to create this refinery. And then on top of that, 20% of it was A-okayed, right, for the national Nigerian oil company. And so they have 20% of the minority out of the rest. Obviously, the 80% is owned by the refinery. So what do you guys think about the new refinery in Nigeria? It will be the biggest one in Africa. I'm pretty sure they're going to export a lot of oil to other places in Africa and other types of energy they're going to make. They're going to make some other energy, I think steam as well. So they're going to capture the steam, if I'm correct, and they're going to capture another type of somewhat clean fuel or clean fuel, and they're going to use that as well for energy within Nigeria and other different places. What do you guys think about this refinery? Do you guys actually live there? If you live near Lagos, have you been to it? This is supposed to be a world-class refinery when it gets done. We're going to have to wait and see. But the projection of what this could produce is over $20 billion a year. So obviously the initial investment, if that is true and that lives up to what the projections are, the initial investment would only take 1 year to recoup. And this refinery is supposed to be able to create 650,000 barrels, right? So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see. But it looks like Nigeria is on the right way up. You know what I'm saying? If they could get a couple other things together, it looks like Nigeria might be the major player in Africa. Like sort of kind of it already is. And has been for a minute now, especially in music. So yo guys, please like, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can get all my videos. Add me on all social medias, which is African Network, which is Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. Each one teach one. Always love each other, always learn from each other. And yo guys, until next time, peace to Nigeria. One love.